Strength of schedule based on win totals. Projected win totals from Vegas. So Vegas does their little win totals for the whole entire year. I think they do it in like February. But they say, like, for example, the Bengals, 10.5 games. Do you think the Bengals are going to win more than 10.5 games or less than 10.5 games? That's how they do the little win totals. So what they do for this strength of schedule, because the actual schedule doesn't come out till May 14th, is they look at the teams you play against. They say, okay, well, these teams right here have a win total that are really good. So it's going to be a very tough schedule, at least for half your schedule. Now, let's say your whole entire schedule are against all teams that are projected to be playoff teams. Well, then you're going to have a very tough schedule. So even if your schedule is more lenient when it comes out, where you don't have to play the tough teams right away, or maybe you don't have to play tough teams till later in the year, no matter what, you're playing teams on your schedule that have Vegas win totals at a very high amount. So that's how this pretty much goes. It's again, very simplistic process because it is based on betting odds. It's based on Vegas, not based on actual metrics. Now, again, we will find out the actual schedule on May 14th. But right now, what we know is the 49ers have the easiest schedule. So 1 is the easiest, 32 is the toughest. Why? The Giants, the Browns have the toughest schedule this upcoming season, which is kind of hilarious to say out loud. The Lions are next, then the Eagles, then the Vikings. We have the Chiefs, Bears, Texans. So our second AFC North team outside the Browns is the Steelers at 24, Ravens at 21, and we're at 17. So we're kind of sitting pretty on this. You know, last year we had a very cakewalk, easy schedule in theory. Our schedule should have been an easy schedule based on the teams we played. We end up crapping the bed there. Year before that, we played one of the toughest schedules, and we went our same 9-8. So it's weird with us. We have our toughest schedule ever. We're almost a playoff team. Our easiest schedule ever, almost a playoff team. Same exact spot both years. I wonder why the 49ers have the easiest schedule. I feel like Vegas / the NFL just wants them to go back to the Super Bowl. And I know they had a bad season last year, so that also goes into somewhat of a factor with this, but they want them to go back to the Super Bowl. But us at 17, I'm kind of okay with because we're in the middle of the pack here. We're not in a bad spot, but we're not in a great spot. So at least the rest of the AFC North is going to go through trial and tribulations. I'm just happy about that. Brownies might arguably go 0-17. There is a actual chance that we're talking about the first 0-17 team being the Cleveland Brownies. And I am all for it. I really am. Because at this point, I think if they go 0-17, they're going to at one point play every quarterback on their roster. That means at one point, they're probably going to play Joe Flacco, Kenny Pickett, Dylan Gabriel, and Shedeur Sanders. And if they still go 0-17, that means all 4 of those quarterbacks in some magical universe will be considered bust. And I think I can live with that idea in my head. So, I'm kind of excited for this whole concept this year. I'm excited for this year in general. I mean, this year is taking way, way, way too long to happen. I know I say that, but we're already in May, and it feels like yesterday was January, but I'm ready for the football season, man. So, again, when the schedule does come out on May 14th, this whole strength of schedule will change because it will be actually based on statistics and actually based on, analytics. It's not just based on, like magic betting odds and what we should theorize based on betting odds. Like, for example, looking at our home schedule, after the draft now, we can kind of give a better gist of what we feel. I think we're going to... I think we're going to beat the Steelers twice. I think we're going to season sweep the Steelers. I think we're going to season sweep the Browns. I think we split with the Ravens. I think we're going to beat the Bears. I think we lose to the Lions. That's 2 losses right there. Patriots, I think we beat. I think we beat all these teams. We're going to beat every single team at home except for the Lions and the Ravens. Bills, we always own the Bills. I'm sorry, we're going to beat the Bills. Dolphins, that's a sneaky team where I feel like we could lose to. I'm going to have us lose to the Dolphins. I think that's going to be a stupid game, though. That's also the Spain game. Keep that in mind. This Dolphins game's also when we play in Spain. So it's across the world. I think this is a game where something stupid's going to happen. It's in Spain. We're going to lose that game. That's 3 losses right there. I think we lose to the Packers. That's 4. And I think we're potentially going to lose either to the Broncos or we're going to lose to the Vikings. And that's going to be 5. So I think, personally speaking, my record right now, 12-5. That's what I'm thinking. Now, could we go 11-6 and lose to both those teams? Absolutely. I don't think we're going to. I think our schedule is to a point where as long as we don't start off the year in purgatory, Zach Taylor, we should be okay. And we should be able to survive it. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. See you guys next one.